Hey everybody, what is going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over pitching attributes. All of the pitching attributes. What are they? What do they mean? What do they do for you in online play, offline play, all that good stuff. So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. You guys are seeing this today, but I recorded it yesterday. We were real close to 3,000 subs. We probably made it actually by now, so thank you to you guys. I just want to say thank you. Awesome. That's why we're doing this big giveaway. You guys make sure you're subscribed. Sunday, July 4th, man, we're giving away this Fernando Tatis Jr. autographed baseball right here, all right? 11 a.m. Central will be the stream right here on YouTube. Subscriber Sundays. I do those every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central right here on YouTube, all right? Let's go ahead and get right to the video, though. But first, make sure to check out ahmlb.com where you guys can get cheap stubs and finish those collections. Get 20% off now through July 5th and an additional 5% with code BIG. All right, you guys, here we are. I decided to go front and center with the camera here on this one. That way I'm not blocking everything. Sorry about that. But here we go, man. So we're going to go over pitching attributes. What do they all mean? What are they? You know, we got a lot of new players in the community this year, a lot of new players to the game. And I showed you guys yesterday what all the hitting attributes are and what they all mean. So you guys can check that video out. But here, let's go over these right quick, man. There's we got 3 different colors on this kind of too. We got like a little yellow, orange, a little orange, and then a green. So we're gonna address them all. All right, but the first one over here is going to be stamina on your pitchers. All right, this is your stamina. What this is going to control is how many pitches your pitcher can throw into a game. How many pitches deep they can go into a game. Can they pitch all 9? Can they pitch only 6 or 7? That all depends on how good you pitch through the game, all right? So, and how many pitches they actually throw. But typically a guy that's like 113, I think he's going to be, with this type of stamina, up in the like 120 pitch range, 115 pitch range-ish, before you start to feel a real big drop-off. So stamina, that's where that comes into play. Now, there is another way that you're going to actually earn your stamina back faster when you're not playing with pitchers while they're actually on the bench and resting, but it's actually not listed on here. So we're going to show you guys that one here in just a second. Let's go ahead and switch. What you'll do is you'll go to toggle attributes. And if you actually look, if you remember that durability stat that we showed yesterday, that durability stat that means nothing to hitters, well, it does for pitchers on here. The durability is actually how quickly he will recover after he has gone ahead and pitched. So keep that in mind. High durability on pitchers is very good. They'll recover a little bit higher if that number is a little bit greater on the scale of the attribute. All right. The next one is going to be hits per 9, H/9. That's going to be hits per 9. Now, what this is going to do is it's actually going to decrease. The higher this number is, it decreases the size of the inner PCI, all right? The inner PCI, which is the, as you remember from yesterday's video, the contact PCI, all right, of a player's swing, all right? And the Ks per 9 is going to decrease the actual vision, which is the absolute outer, excuse me, I bumped the mic there. The outer PCI, they're like full, I'm talking with my hands too much, the full outer PCI. So that's going to decrease the size of that. That's what those two numbers do to your hitters when you face them, okay? So you want those numbers as high as you possibly can. That's why when you get on a little bit higher difficulty, like you make the jump from All-Star to Hall of Fame, it gets a little harder because that PCI gets smaller anyway. But man, if you've got pitchers that have a 125 hits per 9, that PCI is going to be very minimal and difficult for your opponent, all right? Now, the next one is going to be BB/9. Now, that stands for walks per 9, all right? Walks per 9 innings pitched. All right, now that actually works in combination with another one of the attributes on the cards. That works in combo with the control stat, all right? Walks per 9 and control both work together to give you good control on your card. The higher those two numbers are, the better off you're going to be. Now, the control number is going to play a little bit more into the actual control of the card, but the walks per 9 number, let's say if that number is like really low and you've got really high control, which I don't know why that would be the case, but the cards, you're going to have a hard time locating pitches. It's just not going to be as easy for you. So that's what those two do. Home runs per 9, here we go again. Useless attribute. It does nothing unless you're simulating. Home runs per 9 means nothing to the game at all when you are playing opponents online, when you are playing opponents in conquest games, offline games. It doesn't mean anything at all right? They removed it from the game a couple of years ago, and it does nothing. It does nothing at all. It's just there for simulation games, and when you're doing that in franchise or something like that, or road to the show. So the next one's going to be pitching clutch. Now, your pitching clutch, we mentioned yesterday, batting clutch. Now, what's the difference on this one? Pitching clutch is actually going to make the hitters vision or the hitter's contact number a little bit smaller when they've got runners on base, runners in scoring position. All right. So what the batting clutch number, let's say you have a guy with high batting clutch. All right. And he's at bat, he's got a runner on second or a runner on third. His PCI is going to be a little bit larger. I lost train of thought. Sorry. His PCI is going to be a little bit larger than it would have typically if he didn't have anybody in scoring position at those bases. But if you have a pitcher with a high clutch number on here, it's going to lower that and make it just, it's going to like cancel it out. It cancels it out. It makes it like nothing. Now pitching clutch is very minimal, but it can help. I mean, every little attribute like that actually matters helps. All right, so that's a very big one. Control, we already went over. That's the CTRL. We already went over that one. Velocity is velo. That one's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be your velocity. If you look up here, you can see what the velocity is of all of these pitches right here. And actually, let's back up. We'll go ahead and talk about velocity real quick. But yeah, you can see the velocity of all these pitches. You want to try to find the biggest differentials you possibly can for pitchers. Those are very good. But that's what the velo number is. It's just going to be kind of your average. It kind of determines what your fastball is. Look, if they throw heat, they're hitting 100, you're going to have a high velo number. If they're not a high, high heat pitcher, it's going to be in the 80s, 90s or something like that, maybe a little lower even. It just depends. Every pitcher's a little bit different. But if you actually push in on the right joystick, it'll show you the control for each pitch. I was going to show you that since we just passed over the control here. And you can actually look at the control for each of your 5 pitches and see which pitch is best. And now we're going to move on to break here. Break is going to be the final actual pitching number, technically, that we're looking at. And then the break number right here obviously is going to control how much movement each of your pitches have. And if you hit that joystick, push in that right joystick one more time, you can look at it here and see the actual break for each pitch. You got 99 break and 99 break on the curveball, which is awesome, man, for him. And then 88 on the changeup, 92 on the slider, and 74 on the two-seamer. He's got really great break on all his pitches. So you're not going to find a lot of pitchers like this, but the attributes work the same no matter what the card is that you're looking at. It doesn't matter what card you're looking at. These attributes mean the same thing. Now, these ones in green, these are your fielding stats for your pitcher, all right? 77 fielding, 79 arm strength. That's his arm strength when he's fielding the ball. Now, I don't know why he has 97 velo and only 79 arm strength. That kind of thing never made sense to me, but maybe another argument for another day, all right? So, and then 70 accuracy on the arm accuracy. So that's pretty good for pitchers, because how many times have you been watching a game and seen a pitcher just throw a ball into center field or down the right field line or in the dugout or something trying to throw the ball over to the base? So that's kind of nice to have, as a little bit of accuracy with your pitcher. And then your reaction, how quickly they're going to field balls off the mound. But we all know we have the Game of Thrones pitcher wall in the game this year. So nothing gets by the pitcher just about, it seems like. But that's what all the attributes are, man. That's what all the pitching attributes are. If you guys have any questions, please ask me questions, man. As always, ask me questions. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. And do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks. Peace.